Her name is Oyindamola Egbeyemi, and she's the Director of Programs and Coordination. You are welcome once again.
Okay, thank you very much for having me once again.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So let's go to our conversation this morning, because this particular topic, we started it, I think, about 2-3 weeks ago, and talking about Project 100,000, empowering employment through access to finance, empowering employment access to finance. So we talk about the group that we are focused on, which is the younger generation, the youth. We have a lot of them who are walking around and saying, oh, I don't have what to do, I don't know what to do, or I don't have money to start off business. And there it is, where LSTF doing greatly to empower and ensure that Lagos youths are employed, are gainfully employed, either by entrepreneur or by white collar job, just doing something really good for them to be able to make use of their time and also contribute to the society. So let me start off this way. Now, how do these loans help? Okay, no, let's take it from here. Can you give us an overview of Project 100,000 and how it connects employment opportunities with access loans? So let's start off from there. Or let me also take it this way. Let's start off with what Project 100,000 is, just for the sake of those who are listening to us for the very first time. Let's just enlighten them on what Project 100,000 is.
All right, thank you very much. I did not get your name.
My name is Temi Dayo.
Temi Dayo, good morning once again, and good morning, Lagos. And it's really a pleasure to be here again. I was saying that I've been at LSTF as the Director of Programs and Coordination since January 2024. So this is my first year and eighth month. So it's been quite an interesting experience. Now, I'll just start with the premise of the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund before I go into Project 100K, because everything has to be put into full context so that people can really understand how profound this project is. Yeah. The Lagos State Employment Trust Fund was founded in 2016 under the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund law. The mandate is to create jobs and wealth for people in Lagos State. Now, if we're going to look at statistics, really looking at statistics and being very intentional, it's a very critical place or position that we hold. We are under the Ministry of Wealth Creation and Employment, very intentional. According to the International Labour Organization, MSMEs contribute about 48% to Nigeria's GDP. And being in Lagos State, we know that Lagos State contributes majority to the GDP. So again, we are well positioned to help the economy. And helping the economy is also going through young people. You said that, how can young people become employed, occupied, have access to finance, and so on and so forth? Lagos State has a youthful population. There's a lot of spotlight on Lagos State. There's a lot of investment. Investors are looking at us and seeing where opportunities for growth exist. So where can LSTF help? LSTF since 2016 has so far created over 200,000 jobs, but we came into 2025 thinking, we've done this so far for the first 8 years of our existence. This is our 9th year. Can we take things up to the next level? That is where Project 100,000 jobs came from. It actually started from our 2025 strategic objectives to create 100,000 jobs. So this is something that we as an organization have known since the year begun, since our 2025 strategy was approved. But we thought, because of the way we've been operating, we now need to make Lagos know that this is what we're going to do and this is what is available for you. It is through access to finance and through other programs that we've been doing at the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. Access to business support, access to employability, access to tech enabling initiatives as well, because Lagos State is very dynamic. There needs to be many options available for young people, and I'll say young people with a caveat, because my dad is 63 years young, and still active.
Okay.
And we know that, we were having a conversation with the Commissioner for Wealth Creation yesterday, and he was like, look, there's some people who are in retirement, but they are also looking to keep busy. How can we help them?
Yes.
Everyone is looking for something else to do. We know the economic conditions that we're under. The macros are telling us that, look, you need to be busy so that you can have economic power. You can have financial power so that you can thrive. We also know what the business environment is saying, so it is important that people know what to do, and LSCTF is available to support you.
It's a great one to know that not just the young generation, because they are the major focus, but also the elderly ones have a room for them to learn something and also gain something from what LSCTF is giving out to the young generation. And it's also a thing that is commendable that we're targeting the younger generation, the young ones, those who are out of school, those who are still very much in school, for them to be able to grab this opportunity and make good use of it. For some, it's not even about them when they are done from school. While they're in school, they can still learn something, take advantage of the opportunity, and just make use of what LSCTF is doing for Lagosians. That's for those who are ready to take the opportunity that is available, because some people will see it right in front of them and still say, I can't say anything.
You're very right. So yes, there are opportunities that we are putting right in your face. So the first one is actually our Access to Finance program. That is our legacy program. Access to single-digit annual interest rate loans. Our interest rate does not go beyond 9% per annum. I don't think there's any other I'm yet to find anyway, any other financial institution that would provide that kind of interest rate. Right now, the commercial banks are giving about double digits, up to 35%. But this is, I would say, it's cheaper capital, because we want to give you something that would enable you to start off without feeling under pressure to repay. Now, we have different loan programs. We have our micro enterprise startup program, which is for people who have just started up a business. So you notice that under Project 100K, one of our key target areas is tradesmen and artisans, and we're quite intentional about having this group of people as our target, because according to a PwC 2024 MSME survey, we see that 75% of the workforce in Lagos State are in the informal sector. These are tradesmen and artisans. 70% of jobs are created by MSMEs. It is the same group of people we're talking about.
Much more now.
It's probably much more now. This is even official information. We see them every day. They are our applicants. They are our beneficiaries. They give us the information. They tell us those really, really profound stories that we want to hear about success in business development.
And it's not just about stories. They have the evidence. You can see right with what they do every day.
You can see the growth.
They have the evidence.
You can see the growth.
All right, so we still have more coming. This is Accelerating Lagos on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. And today we're looking again at Project 100,000, empowering employment through access to finance. And this is what LSCTF is doing, and the opportunity that abounds with them, that they're reaching out to residents here in Lagos to take advantage of the opportunity that they are giving out to a lot of Lagosians. Now, how does this loan help job seekers or small business owners become more employable and create opportunities for themselves?
Okay, so that's a good question, and there's a two-pronged answer to that. So let's talk about the loans, because the loans is actually focused on entrepreneurs. So entrepreneurs are those who have a business idea, something that they're running with. Again, tradesmen and artisans who have learnt a skill. We have these programs available. I described one of them. We're focusing on the smaller ticket loans because we expect people to not be so well into business, just for the target audience that we're looking at. Right. It is just to help you pick up and build your capacity. We require you to have your Lagos State Residents Association's
LASRA.
ID, your LASRA ID, your Lagos State Inland Revenue Service ID as well. You don't necessarily have to be paying tax yet. Some people get wary when we say, you need LIRS, and it's like, oh my goodness, I just started a business. How am I going to cope? But it is getting you into the tax pool, because if you need certain of these, you need these things to start to formalize your business so you can grow and scale. You also need your bank verification number. We assume that everybody has one by now.
Yeah.
You need a national ID card. So national identification. So maybe your national identification number,
NIN.
your NIN, your international passport, your voter's card, your driver's license. Those are the 4 basic criteria that you need for the minimum amount that we can give you, which is between 50,000 naira and 250,000 naira. You also need a vocational training certificate, so that we are assured that you have gained a skill, you are trained, and you are ready to get your work tools, you're ready to start something up. Now, for those who are maybe a little more advanced, we don't necessarily need your vocational training certificate, because we can, through your application profile, we can see that you've already started something up. However, we would ask you for your bank statement, 6-month bank statement. And this is because we want to see your level of financial literacy, also your ability to pay back the loan. It is a loan, not a grant.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we don't have that mixed up.
We don't have it mixed up, because some people do mix it up. When you have government interventions, the government is ready to support, but there's some grant programs which exist. Some come through LSTF sometimes. We have those interventions, no doubt. We don't have a grant intervention currently at the moment.
Okay.
When one comes up, we'll do the publicity around it. But right now, it is a loan intervention, a single-digit interest rate loan intervention that we have.
Okay, you mentioned from 50,000 to 250. That's the limit.
So that's one category for those who have trained in a vocation and have a certificate.
Okay.
But we also have another category, which is from 50,000 also, but to 500,000.
Okay.
That's the first category through which we require your bank statements. That is our micro enterprise loan.
Okay.
We do have another category, but that portal is not open at the moment because it was oversubscribed earlier this year. We might open later on, but for that one, it is up to 5 million naira. Whereby for that you would need you need to demonstrate more formalization through your CAC certificate, through a more robust bank statement, and just a demonstration of higher business experience.
Income.
So it's like going from nursery to primary to secondary school, and even after that,
into the university.
We tell you maybe go to a commercial bank or go apply for an international grant once you've built your capacity through LSTF. That's really the position that we hold.
But in all of this is to let our listeners know that we have different categories, we have different standards, we have different backends that we can provide for them if they come through to LSTF. There is something for everybody. There are different categories available for artisans or those who are in the trading industry, something they can grab onto, something that can help their business boost while they take up the loan and pay back with peace of mind.
Yes.
Let's don't forget about that peace of mind.
Very
because
important.
This loan companies and the fact that you borrow money and you start getting messages, and when you default, you're getting messages, you're getting threats, you're getting insults, and all of that coming from them. But it's a different thing from LSTF.
It is, and that's something that I really do need to speak about, because since the intervention of some of these microfinance banks, loan sharks and everything, we've come to realize that financial literacy is so important. If you look at the MSME space, if you do any sort of survey, if you take any 10 MSMEs in Lagos, in Nigeria, in fact in the world, and ask them what is your first need, they will tell you it is access to finance.
Yeah.
Is it so you would think that, isn't that an indication that there has to be a certain degree of financial literacy?
Okay.
Right. So that is why we have another program at LSTF called our Business Support Program.
You might have to help me hold that. Let me quickly take this call from our live motorbike reporter. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Sadiq.
Yeah, this is Sadiq so reporting live from Morekoto Junction.
Okay.
Actually, I have two reports for you. Earlier today, around 4 a.m. this morning, there was a trailer that spilled its contents at Morekoto Junction.
Yeah.
Although it's a solid content, but right now the trailer has been pushed to one side.
Okay.
Likewise, the content is also on one side of the road.
Okay.
But again, at this same Morekoto Junction, there is a loaded trailer carrying iron, trying to make a turn at Okekoto Junction back to underneath the bridge, but was unable to make that turn due to the fact that the extension joint got damaged during the process.
Okay.
And this has blocked vehicular movements for motorists coming from different angles. It has affected those that are coming from Mafanla
Okay.
that are trying to make use of the bridge. Likewise, those that are coming from Sofunde are also affected. Those that are also coming from Agege side, trying to make a bend down to the bridge or underneath the bridge, does not have access to vehicular movement also on this axis.
Yeah.
So that is the update for now. But effort is on by traffic managers to make sure the impediments also of the road. And this is the reason for the backlog or busy movements motorists are experiencing on this axis.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Sadiq Yusuf, for letting us know. We've been calling out to traffic managers about that impediment. But good to know that it's been taken off the road. But now there is another one that is being dealt with right now. And I'm sure when it's done, we certainly will get that update. Now, it let us know that those around Afan Lasho Funde are being affected by the impediments, and Pensima underneath the bridge cannot be made use of because of the impediments. But still, listen to the traffic managers as they advise you to make use of alternative route. Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Accelerate Lagos is what you are listening to at this time. And my guest is here to educate us on what LSCTF is doing for Lagosians. And today we're looking at Project 100,000, empowering employment through access to finance. And my guest, of course, is Oyindamola Egbeyemi, Director of Programs and Coordination for LSCTF. And yes, we're having that conversation. And if you have questions for maybe all of the questions we've been asking, that one is not your own, but you have your own question, please feel free to reach out to us in the studio by calling the number 09153877127. Now that's the number for you to call into the studio and join our conversation. Now, in the meantime, Oyindamola, let's move on with our questions.
Yes.
Now, what kind of businesses or individuals are eligible for these loans, especially those who are looking to improve their employability?
Yes. Okay, so we're sector agnostic. Let me just start from there. Okay. So we have a portfolio of various beneficiaries from various sectors. But I mean, if you look at Lagos State, you'll see that retail and trade is actually one of the most vibrant sectors in Lagos State, just because of our commercial nature.
Yeah.
So anyone in any space can apply for a loan. We look at applications on an individual basis. We have to see what you're doing, what you're up to, your potential to create a job, your ability to pay back the loan, and just like the economic viability of your business, which is why I mentioned that business support program, because we find that sometimes people need to do something and they get into business not really knowing how to run a business. Yeah. So we start with that financial literacy is very important. So I want to go back to how we even came up with some of these initiatives around Project 100K. It actually started last year. And I remember the day I was sat in our Honorable Commissioner's office with the Executive Secretary, and we were having a discussion around people having access to these, the smaller ticket loans.
Yeah.
And then it was a thing of, people don't understand the process. They don't understand what they need to do. The financial literacy is not strong enough. So that was when we actually said, you know what, as opposed to them going online and applying on their own, we will start doing on-the-spot application drives.
Okay.
Such that we're not just saying, just go to your liaison office. We're not leaving people on their own. It's a thing of having like a call and having people come to one location where our team would help you literally put in your documentation onto the portal, tell you what to do. So you come ahead of time. I mean, we communicate ahead of time what the requirements are. So you come to the spot and put in all those all the information. We started this actually in February this year with the Lagos State Council of Tradesmen and Artisans, LASCOTA. So they've been like our partner in this since the beginning of the year. We've been building momentum, we've been increasing visibility, but we see that we need to do more in terms of the financial literacy. So just recently with the women with the Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, they also had people who had graduated from vocational training programs. We took things up to the next level in those on the spot application drives, starting with a financial literacy lecture before going into the application support. Now, some things that we are observing as we go along is that we need to continue to build our capacity even for the application. Many people, like I said, we find that people are not even aware of their credit history. Earlier this year, when I was doing some analysis of our applications, about 70% of people were defaulting. Not defaulting, they were being declined up front by the system, because we would go to the credit registry and check and find out that maybe they're owing money in some elsewhere. And to be very honest, for some of them, there was one who came to my office about 2 weeks ago. He genuinely didn't. He genuinely wasn't aware that certain credit facilities that he had were not clear. And this happens sometimes. There are all sorts of APIs that connect systems to each other. So sometimes it takes some time. Sometimes it's not as smooth as we would like it to be. But of course, there's general improvement in our systems integrations with other banks and other processes that are linked to ours.
Okay, let me quickly check this call. There's a call.
Hello?
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning. Am I on to Traffic Radio 96.1?
Yes, you're on to Traffic Radio, and this is Accelerate Lagos. You have a question for my guest?
Yeah, I have 2 questions.
What's your name first?
I'm Bui, calling from Magada in
you're who?
Bui. Yeah, calling from Barabaku area in the state.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm interested in your program. I've been having much thought to find out about the first question is, where's the office in Lagos?
Office.
And secondly, do you have skills vocational training empowerment programs and financing for that?
Okay.
For those who are interested in training.
Yeah.
You have skills training empowerment programs.
Mm-hmm.
Skills training empowerment programs. Do you have it?
Mm-hmm.
And you finance that?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Do you get my question?
All right. Yeah, she did got
Yes,
your
I
question.
Your office first? No, your
office.
address,
Location.
Okay, location.
And then the other
skills
question.
Empowerment.
Yeah.
Skills empowerment training.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got the question. We got the question. You would want to listen over the radio so that she can respond
Yeah,
to
I'll
you.
listen over the radio. Thank you.
All right.
All right,
You're
thank
all
you.
welcome.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you. I think that was Uyi.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your question. Very good questions, because I forgot to mention that, yes, we have our head office in Ikeja. Sorry, not Ikeja. I mean, Ikeja is quite a large local government area, but our office specifically is number 16 Billings Way, Oregun, Ikeja. And not only do we have that office, we have 27 liaison offices across Lagos State. And right now we have these application drives going on at 12 locations on a daily basis.
Okay, so how would a listener know exactly where?
Okay, they're actually on our social media platforms. If you can go to at lsctf.ng, you would see, I have the list, but I don't want to say the wrong thing, but there are various locations where we are at. But if you go to any local government office, 20 local government offices, local government area, all 20 local government areas have an LSCTF liaison office.
Okay.
And then 6 local council development areas. And then we have 1 office at the Ministry of Wealth Creation and Employment.
And I'm also going to
Yeah.
there is a phone number to call, right?
Yes.
Do we have that? Okay, that will come.
Okay,
that will come before the end of the program,
come
so
before
that
the end
in
of the
case
program.
he would want to know exactly which is closer to his location.
How to access. Yes. How to access. And I mean, if you want to apply for the loan, you can actually do so on your own online at and go to loans.lsctf.ng lsetf.ng, and then you can actually start your application process from there. Then the second question was whether or not whether we have vocational programs, and I'm pleased to let you know that we do indeed have vocational programs that comes under our employability support program at LSETF. We do this in partnership with various international organizations. Right now we have we have two running with King's Trust International as well as GIZ. We don't currently have a call for applications out at the moment, but please just continue to follow us, because there's a cohort that is due to commence at the very end of this current quarter, Q3, or beginning of Q4. So we're looking at around September, October for the next cohort to start. So we would have application forms published to the public. So get ready to apply.
And certainly we'll get that here and just announce it. So it's a whole lot happening at LSCTF for those who are ready to take advantage of the opportunities that abound. I don't think saying or overemphasizing that is in any way, but the opportunities abound, and all through the year you have one thing or the other going on that our listeners, all they need to do is just to connect to it, and always check up the website of LSETF. Like she said, check out LSETF site and you would see the latest that is taking place there that you can grab or that you can partake of and take advantage of. Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. You can also call in if you are listening, or you can send a message via WhatsApp through 0809 9120 777, or the number 09153877127. That's the number for you to reach us live in the studio and speak to my guest, Oyindamola, still very much here and eloquently delivering answers to your questions. But let's move on with my questions for you. And what are the roles that liaison officers play in application in applicants being able to navigate the loan process and understand its benefits?
Yes. Good question again. I think we did lots of good prep before this.
Yeah, we did.
Yes. So, I mentioned that we have 27 liaison offices in Lagos. They're actually manned by our incredible liaison officers. There are about 50 of them across the state. They play a key role in managing the application process and supporting the beneficiaries when they have inquiries, when they have questions. I said that they are actually at all these locations. The offices are open between 8 and 5 every day, so you can actually just walk in. There's also a Thursday clinic that holds at every office every Thursday morning for anyone who has inquiries or just wants to find out about our programs and how they can be supported even before they apply for it, because sometimes people are not necessarily ready. We have certain programs that even get people ready to apply for a loan. There's one we did earlier this year called MSME Bootcamp under our business support program, whereby it's like, you may not be ready to apply for a loan yet, but we're going to put you through the rudiments of formalizing your business so that you become eligible to apply for a loan. Some people may even start off with a small ticket loan size, like I said, but then they'll go through a business support process. Through that, they can even get a free CAC registration with us. We do that, and then by the time they become better formalized, they can apply for the bigger ticket loan sizes. By the time they grow, they can start, like I said earlier, they can start to go for commercial bank loans, they can go for grants, they can get investors. That is really what we're positioned to do. But one thing I must say that the liaison officers are working on right now is the loan drives, just getting people and making them aware of this program. But in doing so, we're also observing certain things that we need to remind our applicants about while they apply for the loans, because right now we've got so many applications in the process. In fact, the team is quite overwhelmed in a good way.
So
yes, so it's a positive problem that we have, but in identifying that, we're looking at where the gaps and challenges are within the process themselves. So for any applicants who might be listening right now, please just ensure, one, like I said earlier, your credit history is clear. So check with your bank. You can actually go to get in touch with Credit Bureau directly, find out if there might even be just 200 naira somewhere from bank charges. You just never can tell. So always check that. Like I said, majority of our applicants get declined for that reason, and sometimes people don't fully understand. So then also ensure that your documentation submission is complete and it is the right format of documents, especially your bank statements for those who submit bank statements. Then also there's something we started this year whereby I forgot to mention that for all loan applications, we do not require you to have collateral.
I was going to ask.
Yes, we do
I was
not.
going to ask.
So it is non-collateralized, but what we would ask you for as your own way of commitment is to make a 5% equity contribution, which will be refunded once you have finished paying up your loan.
Okay.
So now
there's something to hold on to.
Something to hold on to, and it's just something to it's just having your skin in the game, right? You know, we're in a partnership with all Lagosians.
I are dealing with Lagosians too.
We're dealing with Lagosians indeed.
Yes.
So it's 5% equity contribution. But what we started doing this year is we started automating the equity deduction. We did find out that many of our beneficiaries did not have their accounts funded for the equity deduction. So that would delay the loan disbursement process. So I really urge people, please make sure your account is funded with at the very least the equity amount so that it is a seamless process. We have some applications that are on hold because they're not sufficiently funded. There's also something we've introduced just to make things even more seamless from the process end. We have a direct debit mandate on all loan applications now. Please ensure that you execute that mandate effectively.
Okay.
If you need help, please ask your liaison officer who might be helping you with your application so that it goes through seamlessly. Then also, we require you to have a guarantor or two, depending on the loan amount you apply for. So as you're applying for that loan, just call your guarantors and say, "Oga, please, you're going to guarantee me," just so that so that we don't have those lags or delays, because we know people need this money on time. Those are the kind of things that delay.
So it's just for them to do their own end of the bargain. We're almost okay. We have this call. Yes, hello.
Yeah.
Good morning. This is Boy calling again. I want to verify something.
Okay.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm here. We are hearing you. Please go ahead.
Your Oregon
office. Yeah.
What's the bus stop? This one has to affect you.
7 Up.
What's the bus stop of that Oregon?
Yeah. I think there's a bus stop around. There's a bus stop around 7 Up. I can't remember what it's called. It's on Mobolaji Johnson Way. There's a 7 Up. There's a 7 Up. And there's a bus stop by that 7 Up.
Okay, you know what I'm going to say. If you get the location, just put it on Google and
it's on Google Maps
to direct you and make it easier for you.
Actually, calling you now, I'm calling with a button phone. I don't have a smartphone right now. Ironically.
Okay.
But we'll try to get that before the end of the program. We have just about 5 minutes before we run out.
Secondly, I want to confirm again, if you're not having a vocational training presently.
Not at the moment.
Not having that.
So there's a training running, but no new applications because the training is already ongoing. But we have new cohorts coming up in the next couple of months.
Because I'm more particular about the vocational training.
Understood.
The finance. I'm more particular about the vocational training that you hold.
All right, just keep listening. The program comes up every Wednesday, so we'll definitely let you know each week. Whatever it is that is taking place, we'll be updating you as our listeners so that you know which one to take advantage of.
Fantastic. And follow us on social media.
Please, okay, hello. The person in the studio, I want to confirm, please, could you please tell me what is the full meaning of LCCI that was a LCCI too?
LSETF. LSETF.
No. I've heard of LCCI, but LCCI. You came on this radio station some time ago, so I don't know the full meaning of that is. Are anchored by Victor Terry.
Yeah. So I think one of our beneficiaries.
Please let me ask Mr. Victor Terry the full meaning of that LCCI and where the office is.
Okay.
So one can access them.
Okay, LCCI is Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I think you can Google them as well. Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Lagos.
All right, just listen over the radio because we're almost out of time.
Through. Yeah. And I'll just get the address quickly.
Yeah. All right. So as we round off, Oyindamola, because we have to round off the program now, we have just about 3 minutes before we go. And thank you so much, Uyi, for paying attention and having these questions for us. As a round off, Oyindamola, while you try to help get the answers to what he asked, what messages do you have, or what message do you have for unemployed and underemployed individuals listening today who may feel discouraged? In just about 1 minute.
Okay. My message is don't lose hope. There are opportunities out there, and you can literally make your lemonade out of the few lemons that we have in Lagos State. The Lagos State Employment Trust Fund is here to support you through our various programs. We do have our access to finance program, but that is not the only one that we have. We have other capacity building sessions. We have our tech programs. I know that Lagos is the Silicon Valley of Africa, I would say. And we are accessible. Just check our pages on social media for any news.
Run the page.
Okay, sorry. We are on Instagram at lsctf.ng. We're on LinkedIn, Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. Just do the search. We're also on Facebook, Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, and of course our website, lsetf.ng. And you can also send us an email, info@lsetf.ng. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the phone number, but we are accessible online and at our various locations in Lagos State, and we are here to help you.
Yes, they're here to help you, and they come in here every week, every Wednesday, to let you know the opportunities available that you can take advantage of. And thank you so much, Uyi, for calling and asking those questions. And this is where we'll be saying our goodbyes. Thank you so much. I feel like we shouldn't end this conversation. Oyindamola, thank you so much for making this really good for me today, and thank you for coming into the studio. And we look forward to you coming around real soon.
Hopefully again, yes.
Yeah,
before the end of the year.
Yeah, before the end of the year, we're here. We certainly will be here to receive you. My name is Timidayo Anthony. I want to thank you to you for listening to us. And yes, Oyindamola is the Director of Programs and Coordination for LSETF, and she has done justice to our topic, which is Project 100,000, Empowering Employment Through Access to Finance. That's what we talked about. So the program makes a return next week, Wednesday, for another informative and not just educative, but employment gain discussion. Because it's not just about discussion, it's employment gain discussion. So it will be coming up again from 10:15 to 11 o'clock on Lagos Traffic Radio. My name is Timidayo Anthony, and this program has been brought to you by LSCTF, and it is Accelerate Lagos on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday.
Thank you.